Hi Boss Babe, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to automate a collection with your Shopify store. So pretty much if you want to automate a collection, let's say you're selling dresses and you want things to automatically be going into the dress section, or you're selling tops and you want things to automatically be categorized as a top, then go ahead and keep on watching this video. Now that is going to be the first part to this video. For the second part, I'm going to be showing you how to automate a sales section. Some of you that are just starting out on Shopify, you may be manually putting items that are going on sale into your sale collection, but there is a much easier way to do that, and I'll be showing you that in the second part of this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right in. So there is three parts to doing this. There is creating the collection, there's adding the collection to the navigation, and also creating the product. So right now we are doing the very first part, and that is creating the collection. So all we did was we went from the Shopify admin, we hit products, and then we went to the drop down menu and hit collections. So when you get to the collection page, if you already have collections, this is already going to be filled up for you with the collections that already exist. And if not, then this page is probably going to be empty for you. So let's go ahead and click on create collection. And for this video, I'm going to be showing you how to automate a collection for jackets that we are selling. So for the title, let's go ahead and name it jackets. For the collection availability, you want to just go ahead and make sure that all the sales channels are checked off. Pretty much all this means is it's asking you where exactly you want this collection to appear on. So if you didn't want it to show up on Facebook, you can just uncheck Facebook. If you didn't want it to show up on TikTok, you can just unselect TikTok. But I've never personally had a reason to deselect any of them, so I say that you just go ahead and leave them there. With the collection type, of course, we're going to be doing automated. Nobody got time to be adding things manually anymore, so we're going to be clicking that. Collection image, that's totally up to you. That's pretty much if you're building your Shopify online store and you decided that you want a collection list, that would pretty much be the thumbnail for that specific collection. So ideally you would want this to be something that matches the collection name or the collection theme. Also, before I forget to mention, the description, I usually leave that empty just because I don't really feel like anybody reads it. Alright, so conditions. These are pretty much certain things that the product has to match to in order to be categorized into this collection. So in this case, because we are creating a collection for jackets and we want anything with the word jacket to be categorized into this collection, we're going to be selecting the condition that the product title is going to contain the word jacket. Now, if you're selling things such as hoodies, sweaters, and things like that that are also categorized as jackets, then you would go ahead and add another condition, and you can say that it contains the word sweatshirt, it can contain the word sweater, and so on. So anything that contains those specific words will be pulled up in that collection. Now, with these conditions, we can have them match either all those conditions or any of those conditions. So if you select for it to match all the conditions, that means that when you create the product must match every single one of these conditions in order to be seen in that collection. So for example, if we have something called the blue Boss Babe sweater and it doesn't match all the conditions as listed here, it would not pull up in that collection. If we choose our collection to match any of these conditions, that can mean that the product that we create can match any of the conditions that we have just created. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to just create one condition where the product's title must contain the word jacket, and you're going to see how this all works once we get further into the video. So now that that's done, we can go ahead and click save. This is where we're moving on to the second part, where we have to go ahead and add that collection to our navigation. If we choose to skip this step, the collection is not going to be added to the main menu and it's not going to be visible to customers. So that's why this is so important, and I'm just going to show you guys how to do that real quick. So we're going to go ahead and click on online store and then hit navigation. Typically when you're selecting a Shopify theme for your website, it already has a footer and a main menu automatically made for you. So just go ahead and select main menu. You're going to scroll down to the bottom, click add menu item. Of course, you're going to modify this according to whatever you're selling. In my case, it's going to be jackets. So this menu item is going to be named jackets. And then for the link, you're going to want to go ahead and paste that collection link. So click collections and then scroll through and find it. And now that collection is going to be visible to your customers, and it's going to show everything that we categorized into jackets. You can also go ahead and drag it wherever you want it to show. For this video, I personally want it to show right under home, and then we can go ahead and click save. Now that we did the first part, we've created the collection, we've added the collection to our navigation system. This is where we go ahead and create the product. So this is kind of going to be like the icing on top of the cake. It's going to tie this all together, and you're going to see how it all works and integrates together seamlessly. So let's go ahead and add a product. Let's say we want to add a new jacket. Well, let's call this Baddie Babe Jacket Dash Green. I have a whole nother video where I show you guys how to add products to Shopify, so I'm not going to go in depth in here. I'm just going to kind of keep it nice and simple for the purpose of this video. So if you don't really know how to add products to a Shopify store, I'm going to go ahead and link the video up here. That way you can check that out and get better insight on how to do that. Let's go ahead and add our picture just so we know what we're working with. I think I like the picture of this green jacket here, so we're going to go ahead and add that in. Now that we know that this is our jacket, let's go ahead and just put a price of $40 for the sake of this video, and let's go ahead and click save. But you can see here, sometimes you'll have to refresh the page to see it, but it automatically categorized this item into the collection jackets. Again, why did it do this? Because remember when we created the collection, we added a condition that if the product title contains the word jacket, that it is automatically going to be considered a jacket and therefore added to the jacket collection. You can see I didn't have to do anything other than create the product, and this is essentially how you do it for tops, bottoms, dresses, makeup, hairbrushes, or anything else that you're really selling. So let's go ahead and go to the online store and see what that looks like, and boom, there we have it. Ignore the layout of my online store, this is going to be fixed later, but this is pretty much how it's all going to look. Just a quick little bonus section for this video. I'm also going to be showing you how to add subsections to these collections. Let's say that under the collection jackets, we also want to sell bomber jackets. So in this case, we have regular jackets to choose from, and then also bomber jackets that the customer can browse while they're on our website. Let's go ahead and create a collection again. For this one, you're going to go ahead and name it bomber jackets or whatever that you're adding to your online store. Skip the description again, and then in this collection type, we're actually going to have two conditions. The first condition is going to say that the product title includes the word jacket, and the product title also contains the word bomber. In theory, you could just have one condition that forces the product title to contain the words bomber jacket, but I just like to separate them in case and do it like this for my store. Because we have these two conditions here, we would need this collection to match both of those conditions that we created. Go ahead and click save, and then we're just going to go ahead and add a product again. I already added one for the purpose of this video, and I know it's not a bomber jacket, but let's just pretend like it is. You can go ahead and see that it already automatically categorized it both into the section jackets and into the section bomber jackets as well. So if this video is confusing you a little bit, don't feel bad, because I know it's a lot of information to take in at once, and if you need to rewatch this video multiple times or you need to watch certain sections, take notes on certain sections, go ahead and do that, because Shopify is confusing and it's totally okay if you don't get it in the beginning. So that's how we went ahead and did that. Now, if we wanted to add a subsection to this collection and have it visible on our website, to do that, we're going to go ahead and go to online store again. We're going to go to navigation, and we're going to hit the main menu. And it's kind of going to be the same process, except we're going to be adding it in a little bit differently. So just watch, and hopefully by the end of this video, you will understand how to do that. So we're going to add a menu item. We're going to put all jackets, and then we're going to take a link. We're going to have it linked to our normal jackets collection. That way, when the customer clicks on the drop-down menu, they can see this part as well. And we're going to add that. We're going to add another menu item, and now we're going to add bomber jackets. And then we're just going to paste the link to the collection bomber jackets that we just created. So go ahead and add both of those, and then you're just going to take them, you're going to drag them up here, and pay attention to this part, because you want to go ahead and make sure you drag your cursor a little bit to the right so it looks like that. That way it can add it underneath that category and not on top of it or below it. So do the same thing, and I guess we could have just added it from there, but you know what, that's okay. Then go ahead and save. Let's go back to our website. Let's hit refresh. And you can see here that now we have the section jackets with a plus sign where I can browse all jackets and then also browse bomber jackets. That's how you guys do that. As you can see, it's pretty simple. It just might take some practice and memorization. Now that we went over that, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to automate a sales collection. So I know a lot of you that are new to Shopify are probably marking down the price of items and then manually putting them in afterwards into your sales section, but that is just not the way to do it anymore. So if nobody showed you this before, I'm about to show you right now, and this is going to save you a whole bunch of headache and manual work later down the road. So let's go ahead and go back to products and collections. It's going to be kind of a similar process, but we're going to be adding different conditions. Let's create a collection and let's call it final sale. sale. In this case, we want the products compare at price to be more than 1 penny, because most items that people sell are more than a penny unless, I don't know, you're able to get cheap labor somehow. So the reason the condition is called compare at price, and I don't want this to confuse you, so I'm just going to explain it to you real quick, is because when you are creating a product on Shopify and you're putting it on sale, they actually have you input a compare at price and then a regular price, which will show the sales price and then the old price on that product page. So this is where customers can see how much money they're saving, and that's pretty much how you'll create a product that is on sale. Now that we've went ahead and created this collection, you can see that it is already showing you all the products that would match the conditions, and if we open up and look at them, we can just verify real quick that it is doing the right thing. So let's go to this product. Is it on sale? Yes, it is. You can see it has a compare at price and a regular price. Therefore, these conditions are in fact working correctly. Let's go ahead and add it to navigation like before. So now that that's done, you can go ahead and go to your website and see that now we have this brand new collection down here that we can click on, and as you can tell, it is displaying the sales prices accurately and only showing things that are on sale. So that is how you automate a sales section, and if you want to stay around and see how I add subsections within the sales section, you can go ahead and keep watching this video because that is going to be the last part that I show you before we finish up. So perfect, now we have our sales section that customers can go ahead and browse things that are discounted. So let's pretend that you have an online boutique and you want to showcase items that are in the sales section, but also items that are under $30 for the more budget-friendly things. We're going to add a collection again. We're going to name it under 30, and this is where it gets a little bit more tricky because we are going to be having two different conditions. So the first conditions is we need the product to have a compare at price, because if we don't select that, it's going to showcase items that are not on sale, and that is not what we are going for. So we can go ahead and make it greater than a penny as before, and then we can add another condition and select price and make sure that the product's price is less than $30. Also make sure to select that this matches all the conditions and not just any condition, because it's going to be super important that it's just showing us items under $30. So go ahead and click save. I'm going to go ahead and add it to navigation the same way we did with the previous collection. So let me just go ahead and do that real quick. So now you can see that after I created this under 30 collection and I've added those two conditions, you can see how smart Shopify is. This is personally why I love it so much, and I recommend it over any other e-commerce platform. And I know this video may make it seem like it's difficult, but it's really not that hard, and it's really simple once you get it packed down jelly tight. So with that being said, make sure to go ahead and like this video if it helped you out, and subscribe to my channel. That way you can keep pushing these videos out and make sure that other people are seeing this information for free. I want to say thank you guys again for tuning into my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you, and if you want my eternal gratitude, make sure to share, like, comment, subscribe like I said, and I want to say thank you again, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!